I are here at Farm of Life and we are on our way to the greenhouse to harvest some green leaves to put into our green juice. We had such popular response from our other green juice video that we thought we'd make some more videos showing you how we make juice on a day-to-day basis. So follow me and I'll show you.
Doo-doo-doo. So we're just going to walk down these beautiful stones, passing the cabins. Yeah, it's a bit of a cloudy day today, as you can see, but it's not like this every day.
Can you see these
Sometimes
red flowers
nice to have
over
some
here?
clouds.
You can eat them in salad and they're great because it's hard to get that vibrant red colour from anything else except tomatoes.
Quick, it's raining.
We're going to run because it's raining.
So this is the greenhouse I worked in last season.
Welcome to the greenhouse.
This season I am a yoga teacher / hitter, designated hitter, which means anything else that needs to be done.
This is where the magic happens.
Oh, it's beautiful. I spent a lot of hours in here last year.
Yep.
This year I just come in, pick and leave.
So today we're going to have some arugula in America or rocket in the UK. Wild rocket grown here. You can see how tall and big it is, and the flavour in the stems is insane. It's so peppery. We're having one leaf each because it's so intense in flavour.
Oh my.
Here we've got some kale that's been munched by... What's munching the kale?
Leaf cutters.
Leaf cutters. Okay, so we're going over here.
Look at these beautiful lettuces. Well, they're not going in the green juice, but they're so delicious. They're going to
so
go in our salad.
Lettuce pots, aren't they? Here, this is what I'm most excited about on the farm. This is called purslane, and it's like, it grows in like a vine, you see, like this, and it's so sweet and delicious in green juice, and it's in between a leaf and a succulent. It's got this kind of squidginess to it, and there's loads of juice in the middle, so it makes quite a good yield when you juice. You can buy it back home, definitely in sort of like springtime in Scotland for sure, but it costs loads of money in comparison to the yield that you get, so I like to use it the same way I'd use parsley or basil when I'm back home, just in sort of medicinal amounts. Anyway, today we're going to have quite a lot.
Purslane is a really good liver detoxifier and cleanser. Really, really good for your liver.
So I don't want to take too much of the plant because we need it to keep producing for us, so we're going to take like that much today.
Nice.
And we'll go over to the kale bed over here. Here is dinosaur kale. It's so cool. It grows like from the root here.
It's quite alien looking.
Yeah, and it keeps growing out the top like this, so it doesn't matter how much we seem to pick, it just seems to keep producing. So, what's kale good for, Susan?
Look at those lettuces there. Kale, super high in iron, so we're going to get tons of iron and protein from that. Obviously all of your greens are mineralising, so no matter what green you put in, it's going to mineralise your blood.
Someone once told me there was more calcium in kale than spinach.
See?
This is a tomato grown amongst the kale. This is classic companion planting. So that's for one. I'm going to do the same again, but I'm going to get it from another kale bed because I don't want to deplete this resource. So that's a small handful, I would say, and it's good for maybe 1 litre of green juice. And come to the other bed. Which is great actually, because right here we've got some parsley too. Flat-headed parsley, which we're going to use too.
These babies Lorna and I planted about a month ago.
I've been mega dosing on flat-leaf parsley for the past month because I had some mercury fillings removed, and now I have it in my juice every single day, and I keep upping and upping the quantity. So the first green juice I had parsley in it, and I thought it tasted disgusting, but that was about 4 years ago, and now I have it every day and I crave it. So if you're new to juicing, hang on in there with the flat-leaf parsley, because basically if you're not enjoying how it tastes or the feeling that you get in your tummy, it's probably doing you some kind of good in the detox world. Gets right in about the liver, Susan, right? Okay, that's probably enough kale, and now we're going to pick some parsley, and there's some basil growing up there as well. Basil and coriander are also brilliant in green juice, so we might have a little bit of both, but we're keeping things quite simple just now, so so there you go. Normally I would only really put one leafy herb in a juice, but today, since we're here and there's lots of abundance, we might put some basil in, right? In fact, let's put some of this purple basil in.
I'm also just noticing, I can't help myself, but these are papaya trees.
This one.
No, don't pull it.
Shall I not?
Leave it.
Look,
And this one
I
here.
planted this and it grew, and I've got the not very green fingers. Thank you, basil. This is really strong in flavour, so I'm actually only taking that much for us. Okay, should we go to the kitchen now, where we've got some celery, apple and cucumber to add to this, so we've got a nice bounty of green juice.
Yum. Okay, I'm going to pause it and we will see you in the kitchen. Bye. So we just ran in out the rain and we came to find some apples from the fridge, but there aren't any apples left, so instead we went to a tree which was literally just outside the kitchen and found some starfruit instead. So for this recipe we're going to do, you can swap an apple for a starfruit. So for every single apple that you would use in your green juice, switch it for a starfruit. Vice versa. Okay, so we got all of the greens that you saw. We're going to use 1 head of celery,
which is here, and I've cut the leaves off it. The leaves are very beneficial for your health, however I don't love how they taste, so we're not having them because I'm working on a flavour theory, but if you can handle the taste of celery leaves, I would definitely include them in your juice.
Cool. So Lorna's going to chop up that. We're also going to add 2 cucumbers. I think we're probably going to add like 3 of these at the most, and then all of those greens that you saw us get from the greenhouse. Purslane, parsley, kale. We did also get a couple of different types of kale, flat leaf kale like this, as opposed to the dino kale like this. And then a couple of those rocket leaves, the arugula that we showed you as well.
And we got some curly parsley as well as flat leaf, because I wanted to show you can use both and you can combine them too.
Cool.
So the only difference in this juice than the last video that we made is today we're using a Vitamix blender, because we wanted to show you that if you've got a blender at home and you don't have a juicer, you can juice with the blender. The only tip I've got for this is how to stack it, and so that's what we want to show you.
So come in really close.
Do you want to come in close? So we've got some chopped up celery here. We've got some chopped up cucumber. You can see you can chop as roughly as you like, it doesn't matter, but I'm putting the wettest ingredient at the bottom. We're going to have to do more than 1 jug because the fibre is going to be bigger than the volume that the jug can handle. So bear with us while we do that. But you can see what I'm doing here. I'm stacking wet and then the driest ingredient and then more wet. So I'm just chopping the starfruit like that. It doesn't really matter. The Vitamix is so strong and powerful it will blend through anything. But we don't want it to get bunged up at the bottom, because then the ingredients will start to heat up because the blades are made from metal, and that will kill some of the nutrition in the juice. So I'm just adding in all the greens like this. And in this case I'm going to add a tiny little bit of water just to get things going at the bottom. You can add coconut water, or if you've already done 1 jug of juice, you can add a little bit of the juice that you made before. We've got fresh spring water here, so it's great.
Yeah, all of the taps at Finca de Vida are plugged into the spring.
I'm just adding that much, you can see, so that there's some movement at the blades to help the jug out. Okay, so we've got a really full jug here. This is the on switch, this is the 1 to 10 switch, which ramps it, and this is the high or low. You've got to give it some with these blenders so that we can get the juice extracted from the vegetables. It's going to be really, really intense, so I just want to show you how much you have to go for it. So, one last tip is that you don't want to see any particles of leaf. You want to make sure it's blended to a complete pulp, and therefore we've got to it makes it the easiest way to separate the juice from the fibre. So that's where we're at now.
Okay, so we just blended it, we actually added the rest of the ingredients, and what we're going to do, instead of leaving it thick like a smoothie, that would be kind of weird and too much fibre, we're going to put it in here
as we're making a juice,
and put it through a nut milk bag. So the nut milk bag, it can be used to strain out all of the pulp.
So you can see here, it's like a bowl with liquid coming out of this bag,
and you're getting pure juice, so you're getting all of the nutrition, all of the wonderful hydration, but we're leaving the unnecessary, undigestible fibre behind.
It's really fun because it's really messy and you can get your hands involved, so make sure you wash them first.
Yeah, so we're just going to squeeze this for like 2 minutes, and then we'll show you the product in a moment. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing we want to show you is the volume of juice in comparison to the volume of ingredients we put in the jug. And what's left in this magical little nut milk bag is the fibre that's left from the vegetables that we blended. So I just want to show you. This is what we don't need in our bodies, because one way or another, it's got to come back out, right? This way you just avoid your body having to excrete it. Hence the benefits of juice.
Nice. So this is a lot of juice, but Lorna and I tend to drink one of these a day between us.
Yeah, that's 2 litres, so we're going to have a litre each.
Can I taste it?
Of course.
So 1 celery, 2 cucumber, 3 starfruit, all those greens that you saw. Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
You can totally taste the parsley and the basil. Really refreshing.
Yeah,
and quite sweet.
It's delicious. And so that's the kind of juice that we would recommend if you decide to take part in one of our juice feasts, for sure.
Yeah. So if you want to do a juice feast, you want some advice through a juice feast, then you can contact us through Facebook or email, or through the Twist and Sprout YouTube channel. Just give us a shout and we will guide you through 7 days of pure juicing.
Yeah.
Happy days. Pura vida, everyone.
See you soon.